Hello Crysalli viewers, Kevin Carlson with Crysalli, and behind the camera is Kyle Coop. In today's video we're going to talk about how to set the flow control of our remote towers. So now that we've completed the installation, or if you want to make an adjustment to the flow, these faucets are equipped with flow control adjustments, and what we'll do is we're going to make the adjustment by rotating this flow control either clockwise or counterclockwise. So I've pulled a faucet off of the tower, and I kind of want to go through how this flow control adjustment works. So what I'm going to do is this is the shank. I'm going to unscrew the collet, remove this. As you can see, the shank is tapered, and then off the back side of this faucet is the compensator. This compensator glides in and out through that tapered shank, and as it goes in, it tightens up the annulus. As you pull it out, it opens up the annulus, increasing the flow or decreasing the flow. So now I'm going to show you how this flow control works. When we assemble these flow controls, one of the things we do is we add a lock washer, which is behind this black adjustment knob. And that lock washer is intended to prevent this flow control or this compensator from moving from the pressure of the water over time, or as you're opening and closing, you get that water hammer, and over time, if we didn't have that lock washer, this would fluctuate the flow of the faucet. All right, so there's this little screw here that's holding it tight. I'm going to back that out. You don't have to back it out all the way, just make it so it's loose. And what that will do is allow you to rotate this in and out. As you can see, this compensator is moving in and out. So that would move in and out inside of the tapered shank, increasing or decreasing the flow. I'm going to go ahead and take this black knob off just so you can see that there is a lock washer that we add in there, and that's just to keep this little lock washers to keep it from fluctuating. So next we're going to adjust the flow. So as you can see, this flow is trickling out at a very slow rate. So what I'm going to do is make that adjustment, and we'll look at this one as well. This flow is also pretty low. You'll notice that the sparkling water, the flow control's on the inside between the two faucets. It's not that easy to get a screwdriver in there to loosen the Phillips screw, but they do make these little S-shaped or Z-shaped screwdrivers that are really convenient. So we'll just install that in there. I'm going to back that screw out a couple of turns. Once it's loose, now I can rotate this. You can see it doesn't rotate 360 degrees, but it rotates, I don't know, about 45 degrees, 90 degrees. So I'm opening the flow. Flow is pretty low. And as I rotate this, we can really increase the flow or decrease the flow. So important to get it to a point where it's manageable, that it's not going to be splashing out of the glassware that you're using. I like to try and target a flow rate of around 1.5 ounces per second. So if you want to measure the flow rate, one of the things you could do is you could get a stopwatch. You can open the valve, start the stopwatch. Let's say when it gets to 32 ounces, shut the water off, stop the stopwatch, and then divide the volume by the time, and that'll tell you your ounces per second. So we've got the flow where we want it. Now I'm going to take that S-shaped Phillips screwdriver, insert it into the flow control. I like to hold the knob so it doesn't rotate as you're tightening it, but just go ahead and tighten that firmly so that it won't adjust. There, I've got a nice flow. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing with the still chilled water.